Welcome to the Black Writers Studio, a podcast presented by the Hurston Wright Foundation and hosted by Dr. Khadijah Ali Coleman. The Black Writers Studio is dedicated to showcasing Black writers who are transforming the world today with their literary pen and creating a legacy for the culture. All right. So one of the things that Hurston Wright Foundation does each year is honor a writer through our College Award prize and through our Crossover Award prize, which is presented by ESPN's Andspace, formerly known as The Undefeated. And so I am so pleased to have two of our awardees with us today on the Black Writers Studio, who are the winners of one each. And I would love for them to introduce themselves, tell us which award they have won, and then we're going to just have a conversation about where you are right now on your writing journey. One of the things that is really significant about this award is that the College Award is really our first award that Hurston Wright Foundation offered. When we started in 1990, the first award before we had our legacy awards was a college award with the intention of recognizing college writers and really broadly looking at college to include both undergrads, graduates, as well as graduate students, right? Which is very rare for a lot of awards. And then the crossover award, in the last few years was presented to recognize writers who aren't published, but who whose writing has the promise of making impact, right? And so both of these awards are very significant and predate when we present our legacy awards this fall. And so I just want to congratulate both Valerie and Lauren. And so I guess let's start with Valerie and then Lauren, if you can introduce yourselves, talk about the award that you won and a little bit about your piece. After both of you introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about the piece that you submitted.
Hello, everyone. My name is Valerie Twyman White, and I'm thankful to say that I am 2022 Hurston Wrights Crossover Awards winner, and I'm very
Yay!
moved. Yes, thank you.
Yes, yes. And Lauren?
And I'm Lauren Jade Arnold, and I am so honored to be here. Thank you for having us. And I am the recipient of the Black College Writers Award.
Yes,
Awesome.
awesome. And
Hey.
so I guess we'll start with, and congratulations, yes, to both of you. So Lauren, you currently are in an MFA program, is that correct?
I just graduated about a week ago. A week ago today.
Yes, awesome, awesome. Where did you graduate from?
CU Boulder.
Say it one more time.
CU Boulder.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, I did my MFA in fiction there.
Wonderful. Do you have what are your plans?
Now
that you're free.
Now that I'm free. I'm not really free because I'm going to more school. I got 5 more years after this.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to USC Annenberg for I'm doing a PhD in communication studies. So
congratulations.
Yes. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yes.
And so Valerie, tell us a little bit about you. And your crossover piece was very strong. The judge was blown away by your piece. Can you tell us a little bit about where you are right now in your writer's life and what led to you submitting the piece that you did?
I actually have stepped out of my comfort zone. This book has been in the works for 20 plus years. It started out as a writing of, I went through all of the emotions with it. So the first piece was anger and bitterness until I got to a space where it didn't hurt anymore. My piece is actually about my life growing up as a child who was molested for many years and the aftermath of what happens when you don't get the help you need when you need it. So I turned to drugs. And once I got off drugs, I was like, okay, now what? And I kept hearing Spirit say, write a book. And I'm like,
Mm,
no, I will never tell. But in my 20s, I started performing poetry that I wrote that related to being molested. And those took off very well. So I actually still do perform. And I'm more comfortable on the stage performing my poetry. And I said, okay, Valerie, it's time to just step out of your comfort zone. So I got into a space where I've forgiven everyone,
mm,
especially myself, which is something that I had not done until recently. So
mm,
once I got into that headspace, I was able to write. And when I saw what was being written, I was like, wow. And then I realized I have to share this because somebody else is going through the same thing. I
mm,
want to be able to help, even if it's just one person, to
mhm,
know that you can heal. You can do more than survive. You can thrive
mhm,
if you don't let it hold you captive. So
mhm,
my main focus is to share this with the world to let them know it doesn't matter what you've gone through. It does not have to hold you there. You can still achieve all of your goals, hopes, and dreams. You just have to do it one step at a time. So
we
now
are
that I'm in that
so,
space, I'm ready to
yes,
share that, to let them
right.
see I am the prodigy of that today.
Right. And so much more. And
Yes.
there's no stopping you. I'm so grateful
Yes.
that you listen to those voices and the ancestors talking to you. I'm so
Yes.
happy. And I just I'm really looking forward to how, you know, this piece that you submitted is just the start of a book that will ultimately come out. And so I'm just so happy for you and so proud and
Thank
congratulate
you.
you
Thank
on
you.
being rewarded and awarded and recognized for coming out of your comfort zone to present this type of piece that's so necessary.
Yes, it is.
And so Lauren, I would love for you to tell us a little bit about what led to you submitting the piece that you did and give us a little backstory if there's some for your piece as well.
Yeah, definitely. So my piece is fiction, and Valerie, I'm so happy that we're doing this together because honestly, just now I was going back and forth about how I was going to explain this book, and you just gave me the courage and writers like you, honestly, because this book is fiction and this chapter is fiction, but most of the whole book is based on things that I've gone through and things that I've seen other people go through.
Yes.
And largely, the book is about a 23-year-old Black and Japanese woman named Judy. Um, and it's really about her looking back on her life and processing her traumas. And this chapter in particular, which was probably one of my favorite chapters to write, but also the hardest chapter for me to write, one of them is largely about her struggle with dissociative disorder and depression
Mm,
and assault. And so just hearing you say that totally resonated with me. And yeah, that's what led me to write this book. I've always had that same thing in my mind where no, maybe no one will read this book, but if anybody does, and one person out there sees something of themselves in this and sees it and says, like, this helped me with something going on in my mind, I will consider that an ultimate success. So this chapter is just about Judy comes across somebody and it sticks with her, and her shame and guilt over how she treated this girl in her neighborhood relates to her own exploration of her own mental illness.
wow, wow. Two very powerful pieces by two brilliant writers. And we are just so happy and thrilled to recognize you both. And we look forward to seeing you later in the year at the Legacy Awards. But thank you so much for being here today to just share a little bit about your pieces. Where can folks find you online to learn more about your writing or any type of events or things that you have coming up?
I have no social media presence. People find that very strange in today's age. But no, I don't really have an online presence, but I hope to build one so that people can find my work and I can put it out there. But as of now, I just have a LinkedIn account. So if you want to search my name, you'll find me.
All right, on LinkedIn. That's right. That's social media. What about you, Valerie?
I do have social media accounts. I'm not very active. I
Okay.
would say that I do have a YouTube channel that I started before COVID hit, and
Mhm.
we have not gotten back to it, but it will be soon. And that is N as in Nancy, HERSELFEXPRESSIONS. So it's In Her Self Expressions on YouTube. And I have several poems that I performed listed there. I can be found on Facebook under Valerie T as in Tom White, and Twitter is Valerie Twyman at In Herself Express. And that's Valerie T as in Tom, WYMAN, in Herself Express, the letter N. And Instagram is Valerie Twyman White.
I love
Again,
it.
I am not on social media much, but I know it's a must now for writers or aspiring writers. So I
Right,
will
right.
try to do better.
Well, that website at least, so we can find you, so we can
Yes,
buy your work when it comes out.
yes.
But ladies, it has been a pleasure. I'm so proud of you both. And I'm asking folks to look out for you all on the horizon because you have
Thank you.
products that are coming out, and we're just so thrilled. And congratulations again.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you and Hurston Wright
Yes,
Foundation.
thank you.
Thank all of you.
Awesome.